Now let's get some more on the confirmation by senators in the US of Neil Gorsuch as Supreme Court judge following a year-long political battle over the post. And I'm happy to say we can cross live to New York and speak to Corey Brettschneider, Professor of Political Science at Brown University. Good to see you, sir. Now, you've rather forensically studied what Neil Gorsuch has written over, I guess, many years on big issues like gay marriage and euthanasia. In your experience, can we glean anything from that about how he might operate in the Senate court?
Yes, I think that we can. He's written a lot, as you said, a dissertation at Oxford University and a book that followed based on the dissertation. The topic of the book is assisted suicide, and he gives an argument for why there has to be a respect for human life and an argument for a national ban on assisted suicide potentially enforced by the Supreme Court. And the question in regard to abortion is whether or not he would apply that sort of framework in thinking about abortion as well. I think certainly the book has lots of criticism of the foundation of the right to an abortion, namely the right to privacy, or as he terms it, the right to make intimate choices, and he's very critical about that jurisprudence. Similarly, he is critical about the right of gay marriage, but of course it was a book, in the dissertation I think he was critical, but that was written before this decision came down.
Yeah, he was pretty good at not giving away any of his views during that hearing process. He didn't even hint at how he might rule on some of the issues. It is kind of a life job. You get a life term for the Supreme Court. Do you think then it's going to take some time before we find out who Justice Neil Gorsuch actually is?
It depends on the cases that come before the court. The justices don't have the ability to just address any issue. They have to wait for a case or controversy, but there are several on abortion that are brewing, and he'll have the power, too, to affect which cases are taken. So if it turns out that he is devoted to overturning Roe, we might find that out sooner than we think. They don't have the votes now to overturn Roe versus Wade. He's a replacement for Justice Scalia, so on that issue, I don't think they yet have the votes. But I think that his influence will be felt well beyond his vote. He's a very smart person, steeped in these issues in a deep way, and has strong commitments. So I think his persuasion and his influence will be well beyond his vote, and we might see it soon.
Absolutely. Corey Brettschneider, thank you very much for joining us, Professor of Political Science at Brown University.